all up in the club and we start wildin'.
We back like this though. We back like this though. You feel me? We back like this though. Shout out JoJo. Shout out the gang. Shout out the hitters. Because our defense definitely showed up and led us to a win. To the biggest, arguably the biggest win of, arguably the biggest win. It sounds crazy to say. Arguably the biggest win of the history of University of Louisville football, 24-21 over the number 2 Miami Hurricanes. Down at Hard Rock Stadium, a place I've been before. Shout out. I don't know what to say, man. I really don't. Magic is why you brought Brohm. It's why you brought Brohm home. My gosh, I know the Brohm haters gonna be mad. I think that man might have just made him an extra $10 million or something. Like, that's crazy. Off one win and the extension, it's gonna be crazy. You gonna do that the same day Signetti just went eight years, 93? Oh gosh, talk about pressure. I'm gonna need Pat Kelsey to run it up so then they can run up some other numbers. Cause they gonna, sheesh, how we gonna pay this off? How we gonna pay them off? Don't let Pat get to the Final Four. What we gonna do? Jeez Louise. Those are good problems to have. Anyways, bring Brohm home, man. It's crazy. Louisville fans, I promise you, as a majority of them were just saying, like, don't lay an egg. Like, fight a good fight. You're probably not gonna win, but at least do that. Especially after this loss against Virginia that was very underwhelming. Left a sour taste in our mouth, probably, along with the good play by our defense the whole year, the non-complementary play by our offense, making games closer than they need to be. Kind of reared his head tonight. But anyways, just all in all, how that basically gave us a forecast, a gloomy forecast going into a fight against the Hurricanes. But nonetheless, man, like I said, bring Brohm home. People, their number one argument was, hey, he can get it done against some teams. His record coming in to this game was 3-2 against top 5 teams. And I don't know if Brohm's ever coached a great program. So having a winning record against top 5 teams is pretty crazy. Because that means you're probably double-digit, like tonight, double-digit underdogs. You found a way to win on more than a handful of occasions, literally now. So, I mean, before we get into it, I mean, I don't, me personally, I ran all the simulations in my head. I feel like, like I'm really like it, but ran all the simulations in my head on how we can possibly win. And I just didn't see it from the standpoint of, like many people articulated, our greatest weakness is our greatest strength. So how can we scheme around that? Like, seriously, can you scheme around the trenches? You know what I'm saying? Like, so then the other half would be, how do you motivate them after the most disappointing week of the season into playing a number 2 team on the road and to come away with, how do you do that? Both of them. I don't know. Brohm did it though. So, great win, man. First ever road win over a top 5 opponent though for Louisville. So getting it done on the road too. Louisville also snapped Miami's 10-game home winning streak. The last team to win at Miami, I don't know if anyone remembers, but it was Louisville, 2023. Jake Plummer, giving them hell. I think he scored like 35 or 38 points. Giving them hell. I see you. And Garendo, crazy. Shout out Miller Moss. The man that I was getting halftime calls about. I don't know if I trust him. I don't know if I trust him either to try to go win it, but he might have cemented himself as a game manager. Like, in all seriousness, he really might have cemented himself. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially with the roster that we have, because the point is just to get the ball in the hands of your weapons. Chris Bell turned a 5-yard in route into a 20-yard touchdown. Colin Lacey, we see what he can do. Isaac Brown, you know what he can do. You have multiple running backs. We just need good offensive line play. You got that tonight. It's crazy how the team looks so much better when a lot of things are complementing each other. So shout out Damo for that. But on the Miller Moss tip, on the game manager tip, just this quick like way that I was thinking about it. If I'm being over dramatic or soap opera or whatever, just tell me. But he left the field in tears, you know. And that's kind of a big deal to me because I think we'll see him play more loose and better on the latter half of the season. I guess my standpoint would be like, you know how we like football culturally have become more, I guess, cognizant of the way that we treat quarterbacks mentally. Like it seems USC may have broken someone, Miller Moss, who not really broken, but scarred and caused trauma to a guy who is kind of that culture as well. Um, and after he waited patiently for that starting position, after he's a California boy. Um, so imagine almost being in like this arranged marriage, his golden boy being arranged marriage with just the picture perfect chick, right? Then it all goes to shit, and she says you ain't enough. So then on the latter half, you over here going over to what would you call Louisville? If his first chick's prom queen, this is the brunette with glasses. You know what I'm saying? For the you know kind of Miller Moss example. Uh, but she treats him, kind of like the man he is. We'll call him in this football example, we'll call him the game manager. But she treats him like he is. So he doesn't have the expectations of being, which in Brohm's offenses, let's be honest, you really do kind of want a game changer kind of quarterback. But he can work with you. But not these golden boy expectations of the performance. You know what I'm saying? Because of the supporting cast that he is allowed, and also someone who isn't afraid to like challenge him in those spots where he's still probably a little tender with lingering trauma from his last relationship with Lincoln. But then like imagine something happens and with the brunette with glasses, they have this transcendent euphoric moment, aka the Miami win, where I don't know, maybe he feels happier with her truly than he ever did with the one that he was arranged to be with. Now, I could just be dramatizing this, making this more dramatic than it is. But the point is, I thought those tears were vindication. Um, it was acceptance. It was the ability to prove that no, like you can still accomplish the things that you want to accomplish in life, but you don't got to do it the way that the golden boy route. But you can still be that person. You can still make your route's gonna be different. It may not be as flashy. It may not be as this, but you still gonna be there at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I feel about the tears flowing from Miller Moss, and how that really could turn into a looser play, better play, more in tune with the team, less to prove, and just more just in syncness, not only with the team but the Brohm and the play calling and the trust. So all love. And then some other quick hitters before we get into the game. Carson Beck, that's the first home loss of his career ever, 17-0. First career loss versus an unranked opponent, 17-0. He threw 4 interceptions, which was his career high. So obviously one of the worst days in the young man's life ever. So, and that's crazy because when you're a top athlete and stuff, that's interesting. And I always and then on the Carson Beck tip, I wonder how that elbow injury rearing its ugly head again did his fourth quarter play. So, and then Louisville, like I said, earned first road win versus AP top 10 opponent in program history. Previously, we were 0-18. And then our second win ever versus a top 2 opponent, previously 1-8. 4 of the 5 of our top wins ever in program history are against Florida schools. 2 against Florida State, 1 against Florida, 1 against Miami. So, and then that West Virginia one was crazy, 06. Yeah, talked enough. Talk some more. Let's get to the game. Starting out early with a good run, positive positive momentum for our offense, and then setting the tone from the first play. Big deal. Where you at, Ruben Bain? Good job. Good job washing them down. That was a good play. Good play call early, taking him from taking Isaac in motion, um, giving Miller Moss the ability to see the coverage from that side, and then quick read, quick slant. Soon as the guy goes, spots opens up. Quick positive game. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. And this is really what you want to do starting out early on the road, top five team. You're not trying to go for a home run play. You're not trying to do too much. You're trying to, which they did well, is a short passing game to complement a quick hitting running game. Both were quick hitting, nullifying, which I think helped nullify that pass rush on, and that, and the run stopping ability um of their D line as well. So slippery, slippery. Excuse me. All right, for real. 71, right guard. Look at this pull, and look at, I mean, oh God, he gets square on him too. Lock him up. That's just, that's a good play by everybody. I'm trying to go back. That's a good job by everybody. Kick out, give a good lane. Yeah, I guess I really don't want my center getting pushed back, but I mean, yeah, Kariski, good job. Uh, Good pull. I mean, it's a good job by everybody. This is another thing too. Isaac Brown, 15 on 113, right? Early in the year, he was having like, he would have 10 carries for 20 yards, and then he'd have the one carry for 80, so then it would look good. His longest carry was for like 28. It might have been this one, I can't remember, but it might have been his longest carry, which means he was really super efficient in helping our offense. It wasn't just I helped him out once or twice. Nah, he did this consistently. That was a big deal. And that was a big reason why when you look at Carson Beck's numbers and you look at Miller Moss's numbers, and they look damn near the same besides the touchdowns and interceptions, is because one of them got a lot of help on the ground. Because Miller, well, not just because of that, but deuce. What do we have again here? Good wash down, some pulling. What's the blocking looking like? That's good, Dude undercut the pull, and he would have got you either way. Attack it. This is what I'm talking about. Simple, short, under. Take what they give you. Great job by the offensive line. Got one coming. Who's your hot? Read it quick. Bam. But technically, your height really comes from the area from the blitz was coming from, and that's where Bell was coming from. Come on, hey, hold up, 93. Look, you got up a little top heavy, and you ended a little top heavy. You killing me. You killing me. Look. Hey, when they call your number and you prime time, and it's your time to run when you ain't be supposed them feet was a little, feet was nervous. I don't know. Hey, number two, hey dog. I guess. I guess. Hey, that's funny. That's funny. Sassy. Miller Moss, I didn't know. I'm gonna add you to the sassy list. You keep tush pushing around this mug. You feel me? Sassy. Look how long they waited to call that. And look look how far he is in the end zone. Now watch how quickly they call Miami's touchdown. It wasn't even that. We'll get to it. Yeah, I told him. Good job though, man. I think offensive line really set the tone. I really set the tone. From beginning to end, from the start of that drive to the end of that drive, they really set the tone. That's when you know, I would have been like, they can't do this all game though. That's Louisville defense did a good job of tackling, not letting anyone slip through first contact, getting them down. And then when they did miss, look at that flow. Second guy there, bam. Tony's good. Kariski. Good offensive line play. Look at offensive line drive them back multiple yards. It's 3rd and 2. We haven't had success in short yard situations when it comes to converting. And this is what we do to the best defensive line in our conference. Look at that. Look at that. Offensive line won that play. Oh man. All right, Miller. This is what we need you to do. This is what we need you to do. Spot the coverage, get the ball out to the person, and let them work. Because you know why? Because you have a dude who's a first-round wide receiver after this. Come on, man. You see the stats he's put up the past 2 games? He's probably put up 400 yards in the past 3 games or something. Probably like 5 touchdowns or something stupid. Come on, man. Good offensive play calling was good too. I'm talking about the offensive line. They brought that to life, but good play call. Good not even play call, just good everything. Everybody did their job.
Fall up in the club and we start wildin'.
That's a big dude running fast, like a purple track hawk on 264. Good play, good decision. Hit it, pause. Perfectly. Tony's a beast. I like Hutchinson. He got the best of him on this one too. Yeah, the slot fade. Tough. That's a lot of room for him to work. And me and Damo talk about this all the time. He ain't have no help. This is 1-on-1. They knew what they wanted. They got it, and they took advantage of it. Just good play. This is the thing. When you have an athlete of that magnitude and he runs a fade from the slot, look at how much green he has to work with in comparison to someone who's playing the X or a Y, which for people who are not crazy football savvy are the outside receivers in your formations. So 0 if you're looking at the screen. But when you have him from the slot, look at how much room you have to work and how much you can really fade on that bad boy. So it gives athletes like that the advantage. And he's 1-on-1 with no help over top. They know they have a safety on him. I'm pretty sure he's a safety. So just things like that, man, where it's like that's advantage offense if you know football, and he took advantage. So as my homie Damo said, for people who may rebut and be like, so but why would you do that? Why would you not have help? You put more people in the box, try to stop the run. You want to stop the run first. See what I'm saying? So when we score, hold on, when we score, we've been in that for like 5 seconds, and they don't want to do the signal. Bro, he just signaled. The lights went off. The people up top went ahead and just said, "Go ahead, just call it a touchdown." I don't know what the refs is doing. Let's just go ahead and call it ourselves because we at home and like we down 14 and F it. Funny story, real quick. Mark Fletcher ended up going 8 for 18 yards and a touchdown. I went for 8 for 18 yards against Ballard. It was probably my worst game ever in my sophomore year, maybe. Yeah, we beat them. But anyways, like it was in the newspaper and shit. So when we went to Black Achievers the next morning, Rashad and Cedric were roasting me at my stats, bro, roasting me. And what's crazy is I don't know why this Mark Fletcher has the spirit of this Marcus in him tonight, but I will say that the Annabelle doll is in Kentucky. So crazy things happen. Mwah. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Just get the ball to your mans. He gonna make it work. Cut block, short pass, hitchy hitch. I thought, okay, let me see. All right, so he ended up being a yard short. Is he not at the sticks? Maybe it's not fully extended because he dropped it, but that's the only thing I can give you. Yeah, I don't think he went out. I don't think the ball was weird. No, Miami is. Look what they got him marked on this one. Boy, who's spotting a ball? Vegas? I'm old. What's this little shit? What's this little shit? What the fuck is that? Look at my face. It's just lame. And don't do no 6'7" shit around me. Take Kenny ain't coming here. The fuck? No, it's fine. You trying to play every given Sunday, boy. Look at the way he tracks. Pause. Look at the way he tracks the multiple time he's tracked balls, the way he's done it to the very end point. Actually, after the Pittsburgh game, Ron English used that as an example of how you need to track the ball. And look at him track it again. He's a tracker. Pass interference? Nah. That's a man right there. What Carson Beck said after the game in his press conference, he said, "Yeah, the kid just make a great play." I've been like, I'm not the kid. Shit, I'm going back to campus as the man, courtesy of you and your 4 interceptions, my dog. Who you calling a kid? I'm the man. I don't even know what to say, bro. That athleticism is out of this world. Yikes. 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 I don't know if he got drilled. He wasn't the one who was sitting sideways, boys in the day. Shit, about to have the internet going nuts. Look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Schemed well, too. Get up, Kariski. Get up her. Get up her, Kariski. Look at Ruben Bain. Look at him. Chasing a chicken and barely touching and barely plucking a feather. I guess a card. Ying. They say Isaac got popped. That's what I was about to say. I'm like, if I'm a running, if I hit you, nigga, I hit you like that. Like, you was the one sitting back like this in the lawn chair. Look at him. Look at him. Strong. Yeah, try to wear them high ass shorts and go to leg day for a longer time. We always need to really have to counter blitzes quick. We couldn't get to it that time. It was play action. Look at everybody. There's no short route combos. And Kiwan is still turning around, so he had to take his sack. Good job. We didn't call a good play. They capitalized. That's what it is. Notice how much consistent success we have when the consistency of our success when we get the ball out quick to our playmakers, and they have just the ability to make a play against the number 2 defense. Miami got athletes, man. But so do we. We strap with them. It means you know what our mindset should be to finish out the season when it comes to our passing game. Rally and rap. Rap and rally. Rally and rap. Rap and rally. Gosh, you see the way he's built? Jesus. Played a good game, my brother. But you played a good game. Especially in 1-0. Well, I guess he had help. I don't care. That's what I was about to say. I don't know if he had help. I don't think so. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he played the double move well. He was on it quicker and just, yeah. Over aggressive, Carson. Over aggressive. This one, the first one, all right, good play. Second one, bad play by you. Over aggressive and conservative on the throw. Over aggressive with the choice, conservative with the throw. Mm-mm. Another good concentration by our DBs and our defensive players in general. He was pulling on his face. Slid the sloth with a sleeve attached.
Fall up in the club and we start wildin'.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say this was. That's what I'm talking about. Tony is so freaking athletic, bro. Good play. I don't know where that was going to go if you don't do that. Good play. Like, shut up. I guess, I don't know. I'm not listening to the floor of the whole broadcast, dude. Like, shut up. Jesus Christ. Hey, y'all. Ain't no big dude ever doing me like that. Like I tell people all the time. He's so big, like I'm hitting something that's the same size as me. So if that's his knee, his hip, or his ankle, that's what I'm going after. Like, yo, big ass is not about to hit me with 340 rolling pounds. I don't know if that's a penalty in today's age. I don't know if you can do that. But if I already see that he's picking up 15 or whatever, blah, blah, I'm going to go ahead and doing that. Because you're not doing me like that. You are not.
Fall up in the club and we start wildin'.
Good play call, though. Mm. Good effort by Holloway, man. Didn't have the angle the first time, didn't give up. Put him in a headlock. I love it. Boy, you might have a future in wrestling. Look at this. He wrestled, boy. Yes, sir. Usually don't miss tackles. Short passing game again. Zone. Hit him. Good job, Nate. You need more of that. Look, quick option, quick option. I can't believe you caught this. Look at the offensive line. Look at the offensive line. They just moved parts of it as 2 yards. But hey, but the first time he gets touched, which is by Ruben Bain, who is on a one-on-one block situation and still does not make the play, and the rest of the line is 2.5 to 3 yards down the field. Hell yeah, Isaac Brown's about to do something. He runs so fast. I think he has a lot of, I don't know what his power to weight ratio is, but the way, as fast as he runs and the way that like people just, with his low center of gravity, aren't able to pull him down easy, it's just, I know he runs with a lot of power in his legs, man. I know that's why he's fast. Power to weight ratio's out of this world. Along with quick twitch ability. He's got all three. Like Barry Sanders, yeah. Another alternate version of the slant with the motion earlier is the kind of like play action pull the linebackers down, opens up your throwing lane for your slant behind them, and get the coverage you want. But the point is, these are quick things for Miller Moss. Quick success. That was a more of a complex decision, and he did a pretty good job. Not only that, but placing the ball where it needed to be, so his wide receiver didn't get smacked either. Switch route on the outside. That's not fair, man. Dude's got a damn turbo kicks in between second and fourth gear. It's deceptively stupid fast. We have a 50 and over, then a 48 yard, a 50 and under who can smack it from 48. I don't know, man. Oh, listen to this. So this example was brought to me the other day. It was like, why all these kickers just booming, just hitting the 50s and 50? Everyone got a 50 yarder easy, just kicker in the NFL. And he's like, but they'll miss a 37 or 34 to win the game. It's just have a better chance just of hitting the 50. He was like, I equate that to almost kids shooting threes nowadays and not having a true like game within the line or a game off the bounce. That isn't just at the rim or three. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's like the big play for kickers. You know what I'm saying? Like the home run, chicks dig the long ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's an interesting theory. That was one of their better run plays of the whole game. Heavy screen game by Miami. Really good job disguising it to the very last second. All right, Ron. I'm speaking your language, Ron. I'm speaking a little English. Not only that, the drop, the height of the coverage is what even made him just jump to that in the first place, man. I don't know. He probably still would have done it. Who knows? Carson was on one tonight, but number four is what I'm saying. Number four in one-on-one positions. Oh my gosh, Mac. He, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with him all around. I'm pretty sure Colin Lacey set us up for something stupid with this. A little over aggressive. Comes with the territory. Man, we winning consistently 80% of our offensive line battles, one-on-one. Look at that big body. No, Damo love that. Put that big body out there on him. Throw it to the outside. This was a good play. It was just good pursuit by the backside. You know, we got a holding call, which put us back, I'm pretty sure. Screenplay heavy, and we busting up your blocks. You shouldn't have gone so screen heavy, more short passing game. I think that was bad on their part. A touch late. Plus he really didn't even hit him hard. The other one was even more bogus. So that's one thing I will critique the refs on with this. I felt like a Vegas call. Let's just keep it a buck. Felt like a Vegas call. Both of them did. If you don't want us to hit quarterbacks, just tell me that. I don't get at the most it was a step. I don't get like a legit step. It drives me crazy because for some reason when we be pushing, boop 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 boop, when they be pushing, like it give. I feel like you give power backs like Mark Fletcher and shit like the benefit of the doubt because they like big running backs. Oh, he's gonna do this more or whatever, and then when we do it, they'll blow it short. I know I'm complaining. Excuse me over some theoretical shit. But this was a big one, big critique for me offensively. 3 turnovers, no points off turnovers. That cannot happen on the road if you want to be the top 2 team. Cannot. Y'all got 24 off the muscle this game. Good play call. What is this, Mel High School? What's my man's doing? He got his back turned to the whole freaking play. That's a big thing too. Running away from them. When you do it, you gotta be quick. That is as a running back, you don't know. There's not much more of a beautiful sight than green grass like that. Oh my gosh. Shout out the offensive line. And not even offensive line, the combo of the play calling and the effectiveness that the offensive line, it made the game plan pop. It made it pop for real. Like our ability to execute this week. It's also just a good play. Like, and for me, I'm kind of confused on how the running back is lined up on what the strong side of the defense. So when he gets the ball, there's nobody in that gap. It's just, oh man, I maybe it's a bad play by Miami when it comes to alignment, and they were effed up for something. Good play. That's how I know the offensive line is in sync. Blitzing. Everybody's showing. Look at this. Great initials. Cut. Dude from the outside can't get there. And then look at the sliver and the hole that he creates for him to get through at a very fast speed. Once you get success and things like that, running away from a game record like Ruben Bain, and then you spam it, talk about taking the effectiveness out of the best part of somebody's D line as well. The game manager stuff I was talking about at the beginning, this is why it's like, no, accept your role as a game manager. Be the best game manager as possible. And actually, we're still going to have success with you being so. Don't take that as a slight. And not even that Brohm says that exactly to him. It's more so of how it reflects. You know what I'm saying? So, but just get the ball out of your hands quick. We will have success. I promise you. Just listen to me. Is what Brohm is telling them. They're going to make a play for you. Just give them the chance. It's when you don't give them a chance that it ends up, killing drives to me. I mean, zone, under, quick, wham, missed tackle, good throw. And now the double bird booster. The double bird booster. I effing hate your freaking guts, bro. I don't know how much money you spent and are spending to be part of this program, but y'all suck. Not even suck. Y'all lay clunkers against teams like us and Georgia Tech and like, mm, mm. My young brothers don't care about that. Hey, we were cracking up game reaction wise because Miller Moss just got cussed out for almost throwing an interception or something. Is that what it was? Yeah. And then he's over here pointing to Brohm like, yeah, I told you. Good play, getting to the ball. Surprised they didn't let him just keep running. Yeah, like, did he run him over? I don't think so. He dropped his shoulder. When you drop that inside shoulder on the tackle against the sideline, it tells me you just really trying to push him out. JoJo. Now, before that, JoJo caught one, and it was null and void due to a bum ass roughing the passer penalty. So then he caught another one on that drive, two interceptions, of course, one counted. So ball don't lie. All it did though. Bad play, my brother. Bad play. I think Carson Beck was hurt by this point, so they wouldn't even really letting him pass like that. Yeah, as long as 70 can reach, he didn't even have to. They left him on block. That was a good throw. I mean, just spamming Bill on the inside under, right? That was a really hard catch to make. We had him turn backwards and scoop it. Shout out TJ. I cannot overemphasize how impressed I am with everyone on the defense and their ability to focus in on an interception. Incredible. It's what I call snow cone in it. Catch it, bottom part's hanging off, hands probably making snow cone. Look, I don't know what to say, man. I really don't, because I'm at a loss of words with how impressed I am, not only with Ron English's bounce back and leading this defense, but how good they are playing and how the offense gave them, they turned the ball over a couple times too. Still gave up maybe 3 points. So that's why I'm like proud of y'all, man. It was exciting, man. It was a back and forth game, as you could see. I think we won in the first down battle. We definitely won on the rushing tip. 120 yards so they had halves. Complimented our quarterback in our short passing game well. Quarterback stats are damn near the same, I think. 248 to 271 for Beck, but Beck had no TDs and 4 turnovers, really 5. And Miller Moss had 2 TDs. Just thought it was a good team win. Just thought everybody showed up, you know.